Yeah. All right. How's everybody doing today? This is actually going to be my first episode of Raylarious' podcast, I guess you can call it. Got Carrie Boy here.
Yes, sir. Well, what do you want to name it?
To be honest, since it's going to be the pilot episode, I'm not sure. So we're just going to run with a couple of names. What do you think? Raylarious' podcast. Just Talk. It needs to have Raylarious in it somehow.
Raylarious talk too much.
I feel like you're just like taking some jabs there. I don't even know what that's about. Like,
you could name it that.
He took his time. He was like, you know what, this is the time. You know what, Raymond needs to like shut the hell up. That's a good episode, huh?
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, shut the hell up.
Call it that.
As of right now, we'll call it
Shut the hell up.
Raylarious Talks. It ain't gonna be it's featuring Shut the Fuck Up, which is Carrie. That's who it is gonna be today. That's my guest today, Carrie. So Carrie, they know. I'm pretty sure you guys know who I am. If you're on my page and you don't know who I am Raylarious, aka Raymond. You notice how I just flipped it out. You know,
right.
I'm Raylarious first, more than anything. I am a 6'5" chocolate black guy. Oh wait, this is not a Tinder profile, right?
No.
Oh damn it! You know what? I'm just a funny brother that lives in LA. Just like this light-skinned brother over here. You know, we got the same mamas, different daddies.
Why you gotta throw in like the skin comparison, man?
Because technically they can't see us right now. So I want them giving you like a visual representation of who you are.
I thought they could just hear it.
Do you think they could hear what you look like, the color of your skin through your voice?
I look like I sound sexy, right?
You know.
That was supposed to be to the audience.
Yeah, my audience is like, yeah, we don't know what you look like, buddy. So the voice, you got the radio voice, but that's about it. You know what they say about people with radio voices.
What they say?
They look like shit.
Damn. I don't look like shit. Fuck that.
I mean, there's a reason why people do radio. They don't show their face.
Yeah, I show my face all over social media. Look me up. I am Carrie the motherfucking Legacy. But it's just Carrie the Legacy.
Carrie the motherfucking Legacy? That's what it is?
I used to be Carrie the motherfucking Truth, but I changed it to Carrie the Legacy.
Sound like a straight up truther. All right, so on today's episode, so basically, I'm going to tell you guys about the story of how I first met Kevin Hart. You know,
You kind of look like him.
I got that several times. I've gotten that. I've gotten RZA from the Wu-Tang. The funny thing about that is like when I was living in Boston working as a valet, some white guy came up to me and was like, "Hey, buddy, you look like RZA." And I'm like, who's RZA? I felt wrong not knowing who RZA was. Dude straight up showed me a picture. I was like, I felt some type of way that I didn't even know who that dude was, and he knew it. He was bumping Wu-Tang up and down. I was like, I'm just catching him to see if he can say the nigga, you know?
Up and down?
Yeah, driving up and down.
Oh damn.
He ain't a much of dude.
You a car man though. You like to drive, right?
Dude, I love to drive. Unfortunately, people don't give me the opportunity to loving to drive, so I just be in a passenger, watching them as they zoom by. But that's a story for another day. But if you go on my Instagram right now, you can see Longtail, the event that we had for the past 2 weeks, driving up and down from San Francisco to Scottsdale, Arizona.
Right.
It was so hot, dude. 115 degrees, but that's for another day. I'll explain Longtail another day. Today, we're going to be talking about Kevin Hart, how I was able to be on Lift Legends, if I remember the show correctly. So basically, you ever seen it?
No.
No, it's actually impressive. So basically, Kevin Hart is a Lyft driver, and he dresses up as an old man, asking people just crazy questions. You know what I mean? Getting them out of their comfort zone, and then reveals who he is later. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's pretty awesome. Trey Songz was on it. They had a couple of other people on it. I believe Steve Urkel, Jaleel White, he was on there as well, which was actually
that's what's up.
It's actually
cool
funny.
Dude.
So let's take it back to 2 years ago. First came to LA and I had a buddy named Jorge. And he told me about this project that they were doing, and they just needed basically, an audition, but you record it on your phone. Basically, you send it to the peoples and whatnot, which I wasn't really comfortable with because I didn't even know. I was like, what's this show about? I needed to find out, but he's like, you know what, just shut up, do it, and then you'll find out later. I guess that's the motto in LA. You just literally have to shut up and do it. So you know what?
So they made you shut up and just said go with the ride.
Yeah, basically 100%. So you know what?
Wait, they just threw you in a lift?
No. This is not even at that point yet. This is just like at the beginning of everything. So he's just telling me like, hey, I know you're an actor. I know you want to like literally be on a game show or like whatever, like anything. Because we was talking about a game show not too long ago, right. And I was like, I'll do whatever it takes. So he was like, hey, you know what? I found a specific show, and they want you to do an audition. Talk about yourself, send it in, and see what happens. So you know what? I was like, whatever, boom.
So where did they find your profile?
They didn't. He just told them about me. Oh, and like they just literally was like, you know what? He sounds amazing. So we want to find out who this guy is. You know what I mean? This character.
You probably say you sound like him.
Probably. So sent in my audition tape and everything. Probably like a couple of days later, I get a message from Jorge. He's like, hey, they love you. Literally, they was like, dude, they love you. They want to meet you. So we're gonna have you come in and do another audition, but you're gonna meet everybody in person. So at this point, I'm like, all right, 2 weeks into LA, got my first audition. I'm like, I think I'm the shit. I think I'm about to run LA. I'm telling people back home, like, please don't talk to me. I got an audition, baby. Right. I'm doing things. People just replying back like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, oh shit, this didn't really work out like I thought it was gonna be. But so I get there and it's like three or four, I guess, executives and I think a producer and whatnot. And they wanted me to basically answer, like basically we're doing the show as a pilot, but they just wanted to see how I would react to what's going on. You know what I mean? So basically it was a game show. They'll ask me questions while I drink mimosas, which actually sounds like an amazing. That
would be a dope ass time for me.
I'm just saying, like they was like, we're gonna give you mimosas. That's gonna be your thing, and we'll ask you questions throughout.
They want to get you drunk so you can talk. Mm-hmm. He was like, oh yeah, so we're gonna get you drunk so that way you can have a nice conversation with Mr. Kevin Hart that you don't know that you're getting in the car with.
At this point, I didn't even know anything about what's going on. You know what I mean? There was no Kevin Hart, there was no nothing. So
they just hyping you up.
Exactly. So they gave me my mimosas, but the problem with them, they thought that the mimosas was gonna like literally get me drunk or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mimosas don't do that.
I'm like, mimosas are literally water to me. I'm like, there's no way that you're thinking that the mimosa is going to get me drunk. But I'm like, you know what? You're giving me free liquor?
That's why I can survive brunch.
I don't even know what brunch is, man. I'm still trying to figure that out. But so I'm like, you know what? Give me the mimosas. I'll down the mimosas. It is what it is. I'm going to answer every single question you got. Y'all just literally going to give me drinks for free, and I'll take it. So I banged out the questions. I gave them the best answers that they can literally receive that day. Had everybody laughing throughout everything. Towards the end, they was like, yeah, dude, you're awesome. We love you. We're going to give you like $100 and we'll use your footage for the pilot. And it was like, there's a good chance that we'll call you back so you can meet with like the higher producers and everything. And we'll go from there. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, all right, now I'm like $100. I'm in LA, just crushed my first audition. Man, I'm living. I feel like I'm Samuel Jackson. I ain't even fucking around. I'm telling the Uber driver back home about the story. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it is what it is. It's LA, bitch. Shut up. I'm like, all right, cool. It's good. All right, that's what's up. I was feeling myself a little bit too much.
All right.
So they called me the next day, actually. They was like, hey, we want you to come back. We want you to do the same thing and get a feel for it just so they can just see what's going on. Did literally the same thing. Did the whole mimosas thing again. I'm like, all right, y'all gonna have to bump these mimosas. At a point, I felt like I was a little bit too comfortable because I just started serving myself. And I started just putting nothing but champagne. I was like, you can just hold the orange juice. I was like, oh, okay. All right. Like, I don't think they was prepared for that. But, right. I mean, if you're going to try to get me drunk, you're going to try to get me drunk.
Get me drunk.
I'm just saying. So I did that. They gave me another $100 on top of it. They was like, dude, you're great. We love you. Everything is great. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm loving this right now. So at this point, this is where, like, everything just started to feel a little bit weird. But at the same time, I'm just like, just going with the flow. So they already ordered me an Uber back home the previous day, and they ordered me an Uber to there. So like nothing was out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? Right. So they ordered me an Uber. The Uber was already there. They said that they told me that they needed their executive to ride with me because she lived close to where I was because they was asking like where I was living. And I told them Inglewood. She was like, oh yeah, she lives close. Can she ride with you? I'm like, oh, yeah, like you paid for the Uber. Like I don't give a damn. Put everybody in this goddamn car. Like as long as you get me home safe, I can care less. So I was like, yeah, whatever. So I ended up getting in the car, and it was this old man, and I'm not even thinking anything of it. I'm just like literally high off the audition that I just did, and I sat right behind him. As I sat right behind him, we're just waiting, and at a certain point, one of the producers was like, you know what? Can you sit to the right? That was some random reason, but I'm just like, I didn't even care. I was like, I'll move. I don't care. Right. Sat on that side. The other woman gets in the car, and we end up taking off. We're taking off. I'm just literally on my phone, just texting everybody like, dude, I just did this audition. It's like, you know how you do an audition, and you know you crushed it, so you're letting everybody know. You're like, dude, like, I love it.
So what they do to fool y'all is they bring y'all to an audition, and then they call you a Uber home. But what y'all don't know is that a celebrity is in this Uber.
Yeah, basically. Damn, so, but mind crazy. You, the first time that they did it, there was no celebrity. You know what I mean? The first time they did it.
Right, so they just trying to get you used to it. So they give you a decoy, and then y'all come back the next day, and there's somebody off guard for y'all.
Exactly. Yeah. So I literally missed a part like right before the second day when they called my Uber to go there. There was a whole thing that happened, and I completely forgot about that. So we're gonna have to just backtrack a couple of minutes. So they ordered my Uber, and on the way there, dude, I had to pee so bad. Like, you know, like when you got a pee and somebody driving slow,
you got a pee.
Yep, wee pee. But I'm just like, I really had to pee at that moment, and I just wanted the Uber driver to hurry up and find the location. But I guess the drop off was in the back of the building, I guess, and there was like a whole confusion, et cetera, and so forth. So at a certain point, like I literally just told her like, hey, listen, I don't care. Drop me off anywhere. Like I literally seen like this building that there was a lot of people at. I was like, dude, just drop me off right here. I do not care. Drop me off. As soon as I got out, first thing that I noticed was that it was a set for like a movie or a TV show. Something was going on. There was like a whole production, like literally going on. Seeing the cameras and everything else. I didn't care because I really had to pee. So I'm like, you know what? Like calmly ask them, walk up in there, calmly ask them like, hey, is there a bathroom? Use a bathroom. Text whoever, like the producers, let them know you're gonna be there in a minute, and then you're good to go. Right. I walk in there. As soon as I walked in there, like basically everyone just like turns around and starts staring at me, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? In my head, I'm thinking like, hey, I just like ruined somebody's shot. I just ruined somebody's shit. And I'm like, oh, damn, just because I got to pee. So I didn't know what to do. Everybody just staring. Nobody saying a word. This dude walks up to me and I'm just like, hey, sorry for interrupting shit, but do you guys have a bathroom? Takes him a minute. He's just staring at me. He's just like, yeah, it's right there. Boom. I was like, you know what? Use the bathroom as quickly as you can. Get out of there. And then just go to handle what you got to handle. Right. Boom, boom, boom. It's kind of awkward. Then when I'm leaving, everyone is just staring at you. I'm like, what is going on? It just felt so awkward and so weird. Right. Like, I kind of felt like I fucked something up, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't care. Like, I got my own shit that I got to do. You know what I mean? Right. Boom, handled that. And then I walked to the audition, crushed the audition. You know what I mean? Fast forward to now, I'm in the car with the Uber driver, the producer, and me. We're driving, and I'm so oblivious to what's going on to a point that the Uber driver says, oh, hey, you're pregnant. And then when I was like, my stupid ass looks down at my stomach and I'm like, wait, I'm not pregnant. I'm like, well, you idiot. So I looked to my left and the producer that was with me, she was pregnant. And I'm like, damn, I'm not paying attention to a point that this woman is pregnant next to me. So he starts asking her questions and he asked her something. She was like, it's not mine. She was like, what? He was like, what? You know what I mean? And he was like, what does that mean? He was like, yeah, I'm having a baby for my sister. She's a surrogate.
Oh, my God.
Right? So, I mean, we know what a surrogate is, right? So, homeboy's in the car, and his reaction was priceless. He was like, what's a surrogate? And he was like, yeah, basically, I'm having a kid for my sister, blah, blah, blah. She can't have a kid, all that. He was like, what? What the fuck? He was like, like, I don't even understand what that means, et cetera, and so forth. I'm just like, oh, shit. He was like, so how are you guys making these babies? She made a joke. She was like a turkey baster. He was like, He was like, back in my day, the way you made a baby is you stuck a pole in a lady. I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, nigga, you can get canceled for some shit like this now, bro. Right. Like, that's what I'm saying in my head, though. I'm like, oh, my God. But it's getting my attention because I was on my phone. You know what I mean? So they're going.
They just saying ridiculous shit.
Wild shit. You know what I mean? And so at a certain point, he was like, what's up if the baby turns out to be like a golden ticket? And then the lady's like confused a little bit. She's like, what do you mean, like buy a golden ticket? And then he was like, yeah, like what if your baby grows up to like be like a Kevin Hart or a Beyonce? He said a couple of like celebrity names and shit. And then like she was like a little bit confused. She didn't know how to answer it. And at that point, I'm just laughing and reacting to what they're saying. And then the old man was like, yeah, son, how do you feel about this? You know what I mean? But the whole time they're
so he asked you?
Yeah, he asked me. But like the whole time, like they're arguing, like even in the beginning, like when they're arguing, it felt weird. Right. It felt like something was going on, like I was being set up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm listening to the conversation.
They're trying to drag you into it.
But the funny thing is, it's like, remember the Uncle Drew commercial? Mm-hmm. That's the first thing that I thought of. But then like once the dude started talking and making jokes, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, this dude feels like Uncle Drew. I was like, am I on a commercial? I was like, boom. You could like, I even have a video of me like, the video of the show where I'm texting on my phone, but I'm literally texting my aunt. I'm like, bro, I think I'm on a TV show right now. And I'm with Kyrie Irving. Like, I was so excited. I'm like, yo, what's going on? You know what I mean? I felt it.
Nigga thought it was Kyrie.
So I'm looking around, no cameras. I can't see no cameras. And right before he asked me, like, my opinion on the whole golden ticket situation, I turned around, and then I could see the production van. And then I knew it. Like, I seen the Mercedes Sprinter van. And I was like, to us, we know what that means. You know what I mean? If that shit's following us type shit. Somebody's in there, you know what I mean? That got some money, because that's the only person that can afford it. Or it's like production. Like, they know what they're doing. So I was like, oh, okay. So as soon as I seen that, you know how we are once we see, like, we know cameras is filming us and we got to, like, bump into action. Because I felt like I wasn't saying nothing in the beginning because I wasn't paying attention. Right. But I was like, all right, you know what? It's time to just, like, turn that on. So perfect time. And he was like, yeah, son, how you feel about the situation? No, that's what the woman said. She was like, you laughing? How do you feel about this? And then I was like, you know what? Get into your mode. I was like, so let me just say, first things first, I was like I feel like this whole surrogate situation, I was like, it's cool, but I feel the driver. I was like, if I got a golden ticket of a baby, I'm like, that's going to end up having to be my baby. You know what I mean? Because he asked her, like, if the baby grows up to be, like, successful, like, what are you going to do? Are you going to take the baby back? You know what I mean? Or are you gonna like be like, oh yeah, that's my sister's kid? I was like, for me, I was like, I don't know. I was like, if that baby grows up to be famous as shit, I was like, that's my baby. I was like, I'm gonna have to, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to fucking find a way. I was like,
so you only want the baby if it's famous?
Yeah, I mean, shit, I ain't trying to get canceled and shit. Nah, I'll take them all. I'll take them both. I mean, if my baby grows up to do whatever, grows up to make donuts and shit,
supposed to be there regardless, fam.
Of course. But I'm saying, if our baby grows up to be a superstar, we gonna let that baby a little bit more, though, huh? Yeah, exactly.
No, you love it regardless.
I said more. I didn't say anything else. It doesn't matter what it is, but if that baby grows up to be a Beyonce, you gonna be like, God damn, I knew it. But if that baby just grows up to be, you know, just like working at McDonald's, which is cool. You ain't like every day you ain't gonna be like, my baby the best, which you should. But you know, some people think different. I don't think like that, but I know a couple people.
Damn. So my son could have been shit. But
I mean,
he ain't shit.
Oh man,
I love him, but he ain't shit.
You got a son?
What?
You got a kid?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm just making sure.
That's how they would sound.
That's what happens.
I love him, but he ain't shit.
That's how people be playing and shit. They'd be like, you know what? Here, my son, this and that. Like, wait a minute, you got a kid? Oh yeah, I ain't tell you, bro. Like, what the hell? Like, I found out mad people got kids, like, in conversations.
You got
like
a kid?
Because
niggas don't just sit and talk about it. You be like, hey, yo, so my son. Well, actually,
some people do.
Guys who have kids, they do talk about their kids.
Good fathers.
Because every nigga I've met, whether we've known each other or not, he'll talk about his kids. I'm like, well,
I had a friend one day.
Y'all just making me want some.
I had a friend one day. He was so mad. He was like, damn, bro, I gotta go babysit. I was like, damn, who you babysitting? He was like, my son. I was like, you a dad? I was so mad. I was like, bro, what the hell? I was like, first of all, you babysitting your kid?
I was hanging with these kids in the pool, and one of them was 23. He was a guy, and he was like, yeah, you know, I don't want to do too much. I'm trying to keep my body right because I'm trying to have kids. I want to be a young dad.
What?
I'm like, how old are you? He said, I'm 23.
What the hell?
I'm like, boy, you still a kid. He was like, I know, but I want.
This motherfucker should still be watching Nickelodeon. What is wrong with his ass? Talking about
like, I know, but I want kids. And then that same day, we were chilling in the jacuzzi, and we were all drinking on this margarita mix, and it was good as fuck. And this nigga was getting drunk, and he was like, yo, I bet you I can do a backflip.
What?
I'm like, you gonna do a backflip right now? We in the pool.
I'm not even saying what to that. I'm saying what to the fact that he was drinking a margarita?
Yeah, I was too. That shit was good.
Oh, but I just threw you out there. My bad. I should have never said that. So what about this backflip though?
Yeah, he went out there. He did his backflip, and everybody like with me, I'm like, nah, you can't do that. It's water around. You gonna hurt yourself. Woo woo woo. But he didn't listen to nobody. He did the backflip, you know, because niggas get their egos, and then once he did that backflip, he slipped.
Oh, did he hurt himself?
Yes.
Did you
he
laugh?
Hit his motherfucking head.
Did you laugh?
As shit. No, because when he got up, he was confused. He didn't know where the fuck he was at. And he looked like one of those dudes who just got like popped in a football game and didn't know where they was.
Peep game. So before I finish the whole Kevin Hart shit, right? So me and my cousin Jason and my brother when we was younger, we used to go to my cousin Jason's house, and there was this like neighbor. It's like he was a cool dude, but he had glasses. He was like a little nerdy dude. But we would play football in the streets and all that. So one day, I was the quarterback, and it was my brother going for the ball, and Jason was doing something. He was doing something. I forgot what it was, refereeing, but it was something. It was like a 1-on-1 at the moment. Bro, I launched the ball. Homeboy wasn't paying attention, and he started running. It looked like he was about to catch the ball. The minute the ball was about to like literally touch his hands, this dude just slammed himself into a parked car.
Oh my god,
bro! It was the most funniest shit in the world. Like I knew I shouldn't laugh, but the fact that he ran into a parked car and like hurt himself, but he didn't fuck himself up. He just knocked himself out a little quick. He was gone for like.
You know what? I actually did some shit like that too. But I was riding a bike and I was acting cool, riding it with no hands, and I was looking back, and then the next thing you know, the bike hit a fucking mirror on a parked car, and I broke the mirror and I got hit by a parked car, and niggas was laughing, but I had to act injured.
See, you want to play that game? Like I got one more over that one. If you want to play the whole being embarrassed, I remember one year, this is back in Boston. So like there was this hill that we would always slide down once it gets icy during the snow and everything. We'd always sled down it and everything. You know what I mean? So it was behind my middle school, I think it was one of the schools. So the next day I had to go to school. So like I took that back way, and I'm like, all right, I can literally slide down. Like I have no sled or nothing. I just have shoes. I'm like, this is it. So I thought it was smart enough to do this shit. So I went for it, grabbing the fucking gate and everything, bro. I slipped and was sled all the way down face first, bro, while everybody's outside before the Pledge of Allegiance. Damn. Now that was sad. Like they didn't even get the Pledge of Allegiance in before like I busted my ass. So everybody was outside just like staring and looking at my dumb ass. Right. So I'm just like, I had my head down, had two options. Be a man, shake it off, blah blah, get laughed at, that's cool. Or be a bitch. I chose bitch straight the fuck up so fucking fast. Like I didn't even lift up my head. I didn't do it. I was like, fuck this bullshit. I kept my head down, started crying immediately. Like I feel like that's how I learned how to cry on cue. Just cry like a little bitch. God. The teachers came. They felt bad. I was like, oh my God, Raymond hurt himself. Ooh, bad, ooh. My stupid ass was like, oh, I'm right. I think I broke my arm. My stupid ass didn't do shit. I had no scars to prove. Like I couldn't feel gangsta at all, bro. I had no scars. I had nothing, not even a cut. My dumb ass pretended like I was hurt. Everybody like it worked up until like there was one kid, I forgot his name, and like he could always see through the bullshit. Then he walks up to me, he was like, yeah, you fucked your ass up, huh? That's what it was. Yo, I was like, yeah, nigga, I can't admit it, bro. I was like, come on, bro, don't tell nobody. Nigga told the whole school. Told the whole school. I was embarrassed as a motherfucker. I was like, I sacrificed so much for nothing.
You can't tell nobody. You gotta go down with the lie.
But I was young. I thought that shit was gonna work, nigga. Everybody found out. They clowned my dumb ass. They was like, you idiot. They was like, bro, what?
If we telling embarrassing stories, man, I remember the one time my mom bought me some shoes, and in high school, that's the most judgmental place you gonna go. Mm-hmm. So when my mom bought these shoes, I'm like, cool, they nice, but they Air Forces without the forces.
Oh, so they just air?
Yeah, literally on the shoe it just said air. And then she bought me some other shoes that looked like Timberlands, but they was FUBU.
Bro, my mom bought me fucking 4-striped Adidas at Payless, so I think I can relate. You know the funny part about that was though, like me and my brother, we got that shit, so we knew we was gonna get clowned. We knew it immediately, nigga. We was like, you know what? Like we gonna have to figure out a fucking way.
I bought fake Jordans and got clowned.
Peep, so you bought it, damn nigga. I'll tell you about fake Jordans in a minute. Hold on, so we got the 4-stripe. My mom's like, yeah, you gotta wear it, you know what I mean, and so forth. It was like, all right, we gonna divert a plan, or whatever the fucking word is. Divert a plan. Make a motherfucking plan. Why am I trying to use words that I don't even know of? I seen a movie yesterday, nigga. I'm trying to use words that I ain't never even heard of, nigga. I'm trying to sound cool.
It sounded like you was on a good path.
I was on a good path until I realized, like, I was about to say Divergent too. Then I was like, isn't that a movie? Like, that don't even work like that. I was like, let me stop and shut the fuck up. Like, right. So, damn, I lost my fucking train of thought. Son of a bitch.
You was talking about the shoes. That's the
See, guys, like my train of thought goes quick as a motherfucker. So she bought the 4 stripes, and we was like, we gotta make up a plan. First things first, long fucking jeans. Make sure you got jeans. You cannot have shorts in these goddamn shits because then he did 4 stripes. So we would make sure the jeans. You know what's
funny? I did that too with the shoes. I was just talking about the Timbs, and they were FUBUs.
But that wasn't it, bro.
I had to cover my jeans to cover the FUBU logo, so niggas thought they were Timbs.
Oh, that's what you did? Okay. Yes. Well, you see what he did? He just used his pants. Like, that's option 1. I mean, that was like part 1 for us.
But it kept coming up, so it was like I had to sag a little bit just for them to get that.
Our shit was good. We sagged it. It never came up a little bit. But then we had another plan. We was like, all right, white out. White out that last fucking stripe, nigga. This is 3 stripes out this motherfucker, nigga. If you close enough, you'll see 3. You'll see the 4 stripes. But if you far enough, nigga, 3 stripes all day. So remember, me and him one night, we literally just got that little small ass white out. Boom, just literally painting that last stripe. Guess what?
Y'all made your own shoe, low-key.
Let me tell you something, nigga. We walked into school, nigga, like we was the fucking shit. People was just looking at us like, what the fuck? Nigga, them shits is Payless, nigga. I can see the fucking white out on your shoes, nigga. What the fuck? Y'all some bum ass niggas, bro. Y'all whiting out shit. Me and my brother looking at each other like, damn, we did not do a good job, nigga. We didn't. We got clowned for like months. The fucked up part, like it lasted so long, is because we didn't have other shoes to wear. It's like the second option was another pair of Payless. And it was like you walking up in there with like some, I don't even know what, like, bro.
At the same time, it's like, you know, like I said, people just care too much about what other people think. And y'all used to go to school paranoid. And that's one of the reasons why niggas like me was bad as hell back in high school, because I cared so much about what people thought about my shoes. I actually stole money just to get some shoes. I bought some Forces, and niggas still called them fake.
Really? Damn. Damn, you had a mean reputation.
And one time I bought Jordans. I knew they were fake, but I was trying to buy the shoes that I felt like were real enough that people couldn't notice. So I brought the breads, the Jordan breads.
Okay.
And they looked phenomenal on the picture.
Okay.
But when them bitches came, the ones that he wore, the red, white, and blacks, the red looked pink.
Oh my God. They fucked you. They fucked you bad.
It didn't look like
they gave you the infrared.
Like you know how it's darker red.
Yeah, they gave you.
It looked like that red.
Yeah, that's fucked up. They fucked you. They fucked you. They did that shit on purpose. Like no bullshit. It's
and
like,
you know what? I went to my brother's graduation
with them shits
and no shoes.
Damn, nigga, that's fucked up for you. Like, why would you disrespect your brother like that?
But look, in ATL.
Oh, you got clowned.
In ATL, I was just walking with my family, and they was like, "Yo, this nigga." I didn't even know him. He just yelled from all the way on the other side of the park, "Them fake as hell." I said, what you say? Them fake as hell. Where you get them?
What are you doing when a random ass nigga just tells you like you got some fake ass shoes on? You can't even defend yourself as a child. You're just like, fuck, nigga. You can't even take them off. You can't go home. As an adult, you can go home, change them. But as a kid,
I got so embarrassed. I made a video about it later in my years, and that shit went viral.
Really?
In the video, I had my roommate at the time playing a nigga that spot a dude with fake Jordans, and I walked outside all fresh, and I jumped off the stairs, made it to the ground. The nigga sense went off like he was Spider-Man. He was like, dumb. He saw my shoes, and he was like, what are those?
Oh shit! I'm gonna be honest. Like this whole shit just sounds like an evil origin story. It just sounds like you the nigga that's gonna fucking end up doing some wild shit, nigga. And this is how it started. Niggas over here clowning you because of your shoes, nigga. Like, nigga, I ain't never gonna clown you for your shoes, nigga. That's what? Let me finish the Kevin Hart story, nigga. But we're in the car, and then I noticed the whole Sprinter van shit, and then I started going off because like at that point. Once I started going off a little bit, the old man he says a line. So I think he was like he literally does the Kevin Hart line. He was like, like he did it like kind of calm, automatically. Mind you, I'm one of the biggest Kevin Hart fans. So I'm like, that's Kevin fucking Hart.
Right.
So I kept on going even more harder.
That's crazy.
You know, the thing that I do with, like, I got 30 baby moms, blah, 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 blah. So, like, I was thinking about that, but I kind of fucked up. The lady was like, oh, yeah, what do you know about kids? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, she was like, do you have kids? I was like, no. And then she was about to say something. And I was like, that I know of. She was like, oh, shit, this motherfucker. I said that line. I was like, yeah, I probably got like 30, 40 kids around these areas. Like, I don't even know. Like, I just hit it and quit it. Bop, 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 bop. Just make them and just dip. If they if they grow up to like become something great, I was like, I'll find them. But, I let them know I'm their pappy and shit and whatnot. She was so disturbed. I swear to God, she was so disturbed. I felt like she was like, what the hell did we do putting this motherfucker on the show? This is some bullshit. So she's over there. She's kind of dying too. He's laughing in the front, like, which was even more funny. Start popping off even more. And then at a point, I knew he's about to do his whole reveal, because he was like, oh, yeah? He was like, yeah, I got something to tell you. And I knew what it was. But he turns around, he's like, yeah, so I'm Kevin Hart, and this is Lift Legends. This is how I knew like TV and editing is like the most funniest shit in the world. So like, you know how like they expect for your reaction to be like, oh my God, I had no idea, this is amazing, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, that's amazing. But like people that don't catch on, but I was already hip. So as soon as he said that shit, like he was like, I'm Kevin Hart, I was like, yeah, I knew it. I was like, I knew it the whole time. I was like, bro, come on, bro. I've seen all that shit. Like, I fucked up the whole reveal. But it wasn't like nothing crazy. I noticed it later when they edited it. They just put like a different part that has nothing to do with how I reacted to what it was. It was a part from the beginning when I'm just like, ugh. You know what I mean? I was like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, people are not supposed to know.
I was like, nah, you know.
You're supposed to be surprised, motherfucker.
On my YouTube, you're going to find out all that. So I guess like in editing, they was like, this motherfucker. Like, you supposed to be surprised. You always talking about, I knew who it was. You son of a bitch. Yo. So he gets out, and I meet him, and then we just have a moment, et cetera, and so forth. And it was so cool because, like, I was just talking to him. I was like, I just moved out here, boy. He was listening, and then he said a lot. Like, I don't know if it's like some shit he tells everybody. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But at a certain point, he was like, he did one of those Kevin Hart things. He pointed at me. He was like, dude, you're funny. Like, you are really funny. And then, like, I was like, thank you. You know what I mean? That shit was so fucking amazing. Right. And like, he ended up like leaving after that, blah, 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 signed papers and all that shit.
But you met him in person.
Yeah, like we talked for a couple of minutes. I made a joke. I was like, you can see it. I'll put it on the link on the YouTube, like the experience. But I told him, I was making a couple of jokes. I was like, hey, yeah, I was like, bro, I'm like the Walmart version of you. I was like, I'm just taller, but less broke. You know what I mean? So if anytime somebody hire you and you ain't trying to do it, holla at me. Just swing that shit my plate. You know what I mean? I'll be you. Boobily boo. Da da ba da ba. He was dying, bro. He was like, literally, he was like, who the fuck is this dude? You know what I mean? So that was pretty fucking cool.
But do you see Kevin Hart as a role model?
Hell yeah. What? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love Kevin Hart. Like ever since like Soul Plane, before Soul Plane. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you knew me for like 3 years now.
It's
you know
good.
What I mean?
You actually got to have a conversation I wish I had with him, because I've met him. I've actually been to his premiere for Ride Along. Yeah, it was Ride Along. That was one of my first premieres of traveling as an influencer and going there and just like taking videos and pictures of everything that they had prepared for us out there. But I actually got to get in a section with him. He was drinking. He gave us a drink. He was like, shots. I got that shit on video, and I got.
Let me be honest, bro. If I get a chance to hang with these celebrities and drink with them, it's a wrap. You gonna see me on TV the next day. I'm like, seriously, like not knocking anything. I'm just like in general.
What probably made Kevin Hart like you more was the fact that you was just down to earth and was talking the way that you was, because a lot of people just be so starstruck that they don't know what to say around these people.
Yeah, I'm like, people have to get starstruck with me. I'm like, I don't get
that
starstruck.
Moment, I guarantee you that moment with Kevin Hart was exactly how I felt when I talked on the phone with Will.
That shit was amazing. Just in case you guys don't know, Will Smith personally called this dude, right? This is the funny shit. Like, I'm with him and Will Smith is calling him, this dummy. No, it was the day before. He told me the next day. But Will Smith is calling him and calling him. He didn't even know who it was. This motherfucker didn't even answer Will Smith's phone call. He had to peep the fucking voicemail on who it was to call him back. I was like,
you know, at the time I set my phone up. I set it up for
he made a video, right?
That I only saved. So if I didn't save your number, then it will go straight to voicemail. And he called me twice, and I called back, and he picked up.
And he made a video too of him calling him, and he didn't answer. That was the most funniest shit in the world. I'm like, what? I was like, it's cool though that he actually answered back, because I'm like, If I'm a celebrity, if I call somebody,
that opportunity, I would have been pissed.
I would have been like, listen here, I already called you once, fam. I'm blocking your number after that. What? I ain't playing that.
The one thing I wish I would have said was follow me back.
I'll follow you back. You want to meet him in the future?
Like, nigga, follow me. Like, but yeah, I feel like a conversation and actually seeing him face to face, that will give it a more live feeling, because I know what you explaining about Kevin, that's how you felt.
Yeah, I'm like, that shit was pretty cool. I'm like, I didn't feel like I was in the presence of a celebrity. I felt like I was in the presence of a dude who just loves being funny, a cool dude. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it was fucking dope as hell. First couple of weeks in LA, meeting him, crushing that shit. You know what I mean? Watching it on, he ended up putting it on his Laugh Factory thing on YouTube and everything else. So I'm like, it was amazing. That's something that if I see him again, I could be like, bro, I'm pretty sure, I hope he remembers my tall ass. Like, hey, bro, I was on it. And
I feel like every celebrity, they remember something about their life.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that came to them. Because with me, it's the same. Like, if people been fans of me for a long time, it's only certain people that can leave that mark on you, doing something that nobody else has ever done. You were probably one of those first people, especially on that show, to give him that reaction. And then he like, man, you funny. And then when they say shit like that, they mean it. So
yeah, I just hope, even if he doesn't remember, guess what? Social media, baby. I'll just show him the whole video all over again. I can be like, that's you, right? That's you, Kevin Hart? Right, that's me.
So he'll remember as soon as he see it.
So yeah, hopefully he does. I'll be able to meet him again, and I could share that story with him too, or get to a point that hopefully he hears this.
He got his new movie coming out.
What is it? What's coming out?
His new movie.
What's his new movie coming out?
I think he has dude that was in that movie, White Man Can't Jump.
Let me tell you something. He be making fucking.
No, what's the dude that played Carnage?
He makes movie. That's the same dude. He makes movies quicker than I could shit. I swear to God. Like every time I go shit, Kevin Hart made like 4 movies. And not even fucking around. I'm like, that dude is on some other shit. But it's fucking fantastic. You seen the Wesley Snipes movie?
You know what you should talk about next time, because we almost hit.
We went over a couple of minutes, y'all.
I was gonna go to 40, but the next thing we should talk about is Lightyear. Did you see Lightyear?
The fuck is a Lightyear? A liar?
Lightyear.
Oh, Lightyear. Have you seen it?
Hell yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
Now, if you see that, we'll talk about it.
I watch it. I watch that shit on bootleg. What's up? What's popping?
Then go watch it.
Free 99, baby.
Watch it.
I got these websites.
I feel like after this episode, you should make it about just talking about trailers.
Oh, we can talk about next thing. We can talk about Wanda. Doctor Strange 2. It's on Disney Plus. You know that, right?
Let's do it. Make a list of everything you want to talk about.
There's no reason why we should really be talking about this on the podcast. I'm pretty sure we're gonna cut this out. No.
No.
Yeah, exactly. You leave it on there. They're gonna get it all. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Yeah.
No, they gotta get the truth, man. This is all the truth. This is how we come up with ideas. So next time we'll have one. We'll
have one. We'll talk about Marvel shit. You know what I mean? We'll talk about whatever else you guys want us to talk about. If you guys want us to talk about like whatever, ask a question, and we'll put it in the video. And just
you should always ask, like whatever you want to say. Just be like, say it in the comments.
Yeah,
if y'all say whatever y'all want in the comments, we will talk about whatever is in the comments.
You guys just noticed how he explained the same thing I just said?
Yeah. I tried to do it in another way.
Yeah, what? You try to talk to my different audience that I can't reach? Huh? Is that what it is?
Well, I'm trying to do it in a way where they'll explain both of us, or just listen to both of us.
Yeah.
This might be cut out.
No, this is staying in. Ain't nothing finna get cut out. We got 2 minutes.
Hey man, post whatever you want, man.
I don't give it. I'm posting this raw. You guys are getting everything. I don't give a damn.
He's like, I don't want to edit, do none of this shit.
None of it.
It's some real ass shit.
I talk and post. I'm not doing. Once I get to the point,
one thing you gotta hold. You gotta hold the cussing though, because you too.
All right, I probably cussed like 15 times maybe today. If that.
It's like y'all got a name. Actually, this will be a new thing for you. If y'all can count how many times he cussed in a podcast, we will give a prize.
I mean, you mean the first person that comes up with the number? Because everybody's gonna come up with it. They're like, yeah, with my prize, motherfucker. Damn,
a prize. A prize.
Yeah, a prize.
The prize could be another video.
Yeah. Think of it like, nigga, I'm unsubscribed. Anywho,
no, I want to give away. I want to do a giveaway.
We'll do a giveaway.
I got a lot of stuff I want to give.
I'll do a giveaway when I hit like 10,000. I'll give away like 100, or we can. Kerry will give the other 900. Kerry give the other 900, and it'll be $1,000 giveaway. So I got 100 on it. He got the 900. So we could.
Man, they can get a camera from me.
Damn, nigga, that's more than 100.
Yeah.
Damn, you hear this? Y'all get
about
a camera.
Money
camera.
about, get a camera.
I was thinking about just giving them $1,000 cash. You out here talking about a whole camera. Let's do it. You out here giving the PS5 too?
Hey man, we gotta save some lives. I'll pay some bills.
All right, seriously, get the fuck out of here. We gonna have to end this shit. He's talking too much.
I gotta pay my bills first, but I can pay other people's bills too.
Fuck his bills. His bills is fine. Listen, I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe to Raylarious, obviously, because it's Raylarious. Let's be for real. Subscribe to Carrie. What is it? Just Carrie Network. What is it?
Carrie the Legacy.
On what is it on YouTube?
It's on everything.
Carry the Legacy on everything.
Yes.
Not literally like that. Just look up everything but Carrie.
It's gotten to a point where if you just look up Carrie, my shit'll pop up.
You hear this? Yeah, all of a sudden, nigga, you throw up my name, bro.
I'm a little bit under Mariah and Jim, but we up there. I'm on the same pedestal a little bit.
Under who? Mariah?
Mariah Carey, Jim Carrey. Well, Jim Carrey ain't got no social, so that's why
I wish y'all motherfuckers could see the look on my face right now. If this wasn't goddamn motherfucking podcast, I swear to God, y'all be like, what?
Hey, look, you cuss. That's 1, 2.
Man, that's like 9. I've been counting myself. Trust me, I know. I'm at like 39.
All right.
So follow both of us. Make sure you watch all our videos and everything else. Let us know if you guys want us to talk about anything else. Probably the next one will be something Marvel. If you ain't for it, just listen to it while you go to sleep. Like I need the revenue, so you're gonna need to listen to something. So put it in your ear and listen to my nonsense. Like that's about it. Please
help me out. Yeah, he really raw, man. Like,
straight up, don't skip my ads. Don't do none of that. Like let it roll through, please. Like I need it. Like
he's saying thank you.
Like my baby mama be skipping my shit like in front of me, and I'd be like, bro, that's my ad revenue. You crazy? Like no, don't do that. Watch all of it.
This life,
none of that. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace the motherfucking out. That was another one for y'all.